Normally Gail and I make contact with you, eye contact. All right, 6.
Slide. Oh, you ready?
We'll call to order the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for June 18th, 2024.
Being the Commissioner, Jason Halter, Assistant Director of Planning and Zoning, I would like to submit the following exhibits for tonight's record. They are the Platte County Zoning Order of 1990 as amended, the Platte County Subdivision Regulations of 1992 as amended, Platte County Land Use Plan, Platte County Roads Master Plan, all PowerPoint presentations with aerial maps, site plans, and plats shown here tonight, as well as the planning and zoning bylaws.
If there's no objections, we'll enter those into the record.
Agenda item 3A is a request to rezone approximately half an acre located at 12701 Northwest Custer Drive. Jason and Dixie Martin are applying to rezone this half acre from R15, which is single family low density, to R25, single family large lot. They are seeking to combine this half acre with an adjoining acre from another property. That other property is 4 acres in size. They'll perform a minor subdivision replat, which will result in a 3-acre lot and a 1.5 acre lot. Each lot would be zoned R25 and each would contain an existing single family dwelling. In the R25 district, the minimum lot size is 25,000 square feet. Minimum lot width requirement is 125 feet. Both of these lots would meet these requirements. So the aerial view, subject property and surrounding zoning. To get your bearings, we're in the southern portion of Platte County. This is Highway K. This is Custer as it travels back to the east off of K Highway. Property is outlined here in yellow. It actually is a lot within the Mesa Village subdivision down here. This is the adjoining property that it's buying the acre from to make their lot bigger. These are the entities that reviewed the request, signed the application, indicating their ability to provide service. They are the Platte County Department of Public Works, Platte County Regional Sewer District, Public Water Supply District number 1, Southern Platte Fire, and the Park Hill School District. This is our Platte County future land use plan map. The red arrow indicates the approximate location of the property. It falls within our South Highway 45 focus area. So this is again the focus area map. The red arrow indicates the location of the property. It actually straddles what we call the infill residential and large lot residential. The 1.5 acre lot and the 3-acre lot conform to both of those recommendations of our land use plan. They're actually not creating any additional lots, they're just making a lot bigger. So it's our opinion that it conforms to the recommendations of our land use plan. These are the recommendation criteria that are listed in the staff report. Staff recommends approval of this request to rezone from R15, single family low density, to R25, single family large lots. I'll go for any questions.
Questions for the staff? Comments from the audience for agenda item 3A? Discussion amongst the board. Entertain a motion for agenda item 3A.
Move to approve agenda item 3A.
I'll second. Okay, everybody.
Aye.
All in favor, raise your right hand. Item passed unanimously.
Agenda item 4A is a request for approval of a special use permit for to allow a private family cemetery in the agricultural zoning district on property located at 20655 Humphreys Road. Gary and Nancy Piper are requesting this special use permit to allow this private family cemetery in the agricultural zoning district. The property is 69 total acres in size, currently zoned agricultural. This special use permit will only apply to a 100 by 100 foot section in the northeast corner of the 69 acre property. That 100 by 100 foot section would contain the private family cemetery for Piper family blood. The applicants have indicated their desire, and I'm quoting from their application, they would like to have a private natural burial cemetery to be held in perpetuity as a burial ground or cemetery for the use of and benefit of the Piper family by blood, marriage, or adoption. Cemetery will be a natural burial cemetery whereby the body is buried without embalming or any chemicals, which allows minimal impact on the environment and allows the body to break down and decompose naturally back to the earth. Only natural rocks may be engraved in place as a burial marker. The cemetery shall be maintenance free. No mowing or groundskeeping is required, nor is it desired. They will also be establishing an ingress egress easement along their existing driveway to serve the property so people will be able to access this cemetery. They've indicated there is no obligation to the county to own or maintain this cemetery. The grounds shall remain in their natural state. They are requesting that it be valid for perpetuity because cemeteries are there forever. So, and normally cemeteries are regulated by the state of Missouri. Public cemeteries are regulated by the state, and they typically require an endowment. There is, the state has an exception for a private family cemetery that was a statute established in 1928, where you can dedicate the ground to the county. Well, the county doesn't maintain cemeteries, so they've agreed to a condition that's on this staff report there at the end. The county will not own this property, so county will not be encumbered by any maintenance or obligation to own this cemetery whatsoever. It will be maintained by Piper family, where they will, those that desire to be buried there can be buried there. This is an aerial view of subject properties and surrounding zonings. Here you are. We are just to the south of Platte City, south and west. This is Humphreys Road, which goes back to the west, across the Platte River. It's the close-up view of the property. The yellow is the entire 69-acre property, and the Pipers currently reside on the property. The pink square is the 100 by 100-foot cemetery and special use permit area. This was the site development plan that was submitted in conjunction with your staff reports. It does meet all the requirements of our site plan section in our zoning order. These are the entities that signed the application. They were also given an opportunity to sign to review the special use permit request. And they are the Farley Special Road District, Platte County Health Department, Public Water Supply District number 3, Southern Platte Fire, and the West Platte R2 School District. So you can see in the comments. Access and parking, as I stated, there's an existing gravel drive off of Humphreys Road. The submitted site plan indicates there will be a 63-foot extension of that gravel drive to the cemetery area. It'll extend to the east to the 100 by 100-foot section. That would be an ingress egress easement established over that section, and the section they come across off of Humphreys on it. That is on the site plan. It's spelled out. That'll be in the file and be maintained. It will allow visitors to access the proposed cemetery. It will also allow them to park along that driveway extension and not interfere with the goings in and out of the overall property. If they wish to visitors would come to the cemetery. These are the recommendation criteria as they were listed in the staff report. Staff recommends approval of this request for a private family cemetery in the Ag zoning district with the following conditions: that the special use permit limit burial within the cemetery to members of the Piper family by blood, marriage, or adoption. That Platte County shall be free from obligation to own, maintain in any way, or maintain or in any way fund the operation of the cemetery for perpetuity. That the cemetery boundary be clearly marked. That burial sites be marked with engraved natural rock burial markers. That it special use permit be valid for perpetuity. And the applicants establish a legally binding deed restriction and access easement that shall be recorded on the property, which includes legal descriptions of the cemetery and access easement. That can take place now. So in the event they sell the property before they're gone, people will know there's a cemetery in this 100 by 100-foot section, not to disturb it. So I'm available for any questions you may have.
Questions for staff? This intrigues me very much, and I just there's no county or state oversight at all.
We are not going to be involved at all, no. And nor the state. I mean, I guess they may have to register it with the state somehow, but I'm not involved in the state process. I don't know if there is.
The regulatory agency in relation to there are state, they are acting within the state laws as it relates to.
I know we have several family plots around the county because I've got like 5 or 6 near me, but are they all this natural or do we even know? This is just curiosity.
I can't even tell you. I know there are.
We don't maintain them as a county, though.
We do not.
Yeah.
We do not maintain cemeteries.
They're all, they used to be common.
Yes.
That's why they're not common anymore.
Right.
They used to be common and it's kind of all over the map. Some of them are very well maintained, have maintenance agreements.
Right.
Some are not maintained at all. People don't know they exist. Some have been,
Unearthed
when
road projects or something come along.
Find out about them when they go to dig a basement or build a road.
Yeah.
Some have been deeded to the county, but then there's a discrepancy of whether or not people call it county or heavy. That's why, when this first came up, we're like, okay.
We can make
We're
sure.
not
that
gonna
that's
be
through the
involved
road.
in it,
Yeah.
even though there is this provision that you can dedicate to the county. That, we're not in the business of maintaining cemetery. Regardless of, allows it, right? Yeah, so the applicant would agree to that condition, that even though they may have a state right to dedicate to the county, we have the ability to approve or not approve a special use permit, or putting in a condition that it's not coming to the county.
I know that I have 4 that I can think off the top of my head. There are 5 that are right by me, so.
Yeah, and there's laws associated with access.
Sure.
And that's, it's still tricky because let's say you have one on your property and there's somebody who has a relative that cemetery, technically they have a legal right, even not using it to get back there. And I know a couple years ago, there were people out with guns.
Yeah, we've dealt with,
Arguing about this thing, so,
Yeah.
that's why we want to set it up clearly.
Yeah.
For what they're doing here, we want to set it up clearly, we want to make clear the county's not going to be the landlord here. Establishing easements, they're gonna put it the best way to inform future owners of its existence, is put it on the deed that way. As the title work comes out, they're gonna see that, oh, it's a cemetery. Except like their plan is a very natural type cemetery, so but I don't really want it to be something that
stands out.
stands out.
Yeah, we've dealt with the whole range on the spectrum. We've had the people pulling the guns on each other. We've had somebody come in and found one that we showed them where it was, but not necessarily how to get there. They came back. They were so excited that they found their family. I've been through all of that. It can be.
Well, as long as it's recorded and it's clearly recorded.
Yep.
People are supposed to read that stuff.
Or
Any other questions for staff? Comment from the audience? Yeah, come up here to the microphone and I'll swear you in. Please raise your right hand and state your name and address for the record, please.
Jennifer Bain, 15750 Northwest 125th Street, Platte City, Missouri, 64079.
Promise to tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes,
Go ahead, ma'am.
thank you. Good evening. My name is Jennifer Bain. I am the attorney for the Pipers, who are also here. And I just wanted to advise the commission that the Pipers are prepared to comply with the conditions that are set out in the staff report. And I have prepared for them, and we are ready to record the deed restriction, which does contain the condition that Platte County shall be free from any obligation to own, maintain, or any way fund the operation of the cemetery. And I also have prepared the access easement. So we will be ready to record both of those documents should the commission approve the special use permit.
All right.
That's it.
Any questions for the,
Yeah, no, 100 by 100, is that a kind of a standard thing that, where did that number come from?
I don't know that it was standard. I'm guessing that my clients felt that that was just likely sufficient space.
But most of the ones that I've seen in my area are relatively small. How many people can you fit in 100 by 100?
yeah,
Sure. If you want to come up there, I'll swear you in like they did me.
swear you in. Name and address for the record, please, ma'am.
I'm Nancy Piper, 20655 Humphreys Road, Platte City, Missouri, 64079.
Promise to tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Go ahead, ma'am.
I've been in the cemetery business about 50 years. So everything I say comes from all that knowledge, but basically a cemetery, 1 acre can hold 800 to 1,000 people. Now this is less than a quarter of an acre, and we don't anticipate having a couple hundred people buried there. There'll be us and maybe a few relatives, because they go, oh, what are you doing? But we really doubt if there'll be anybody but us.
I'm just intrigued about this whole process. So is this something that you, Gary, Mr. Piper have talked about? I mean, and have won for a long time? Is this something that means a lot to you? I've never run across this before, so.
The short answer is yes, it means a lot to us. And it is the up and coming thing. There's a cemetery over by Roachport that is only for natural burial. They've done a really.
And that's what this is called, is natural burial.
Yeah. And there's a new cemetery out by Salina that I believe is 20 acres. It's also for only natural burial. And I shouldn't say there's a lot of cemeteries that haven't done natural burial that are now, they're dedicating sections.
So
You
it's
know, we know
another service they add to their cemetery. You
Yes,
have the
it's-
option.
something they're adding because it is becoming more popular. As the application says, it's chemical free. We won't be embalmed. There's no chemicals involved in the burial. We'll be wrapped in a shroud, which will be an organic, material and, buried. And then our bodies will decompose naturally, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, and that's what we want. And it also benefits actually the grass and the trees because the body releases nutrients and it will actually benefit the grass and the trees in the area where we're buried.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
All right, any other discussion or comments from the audience? Discussion amongst the board for agenda item 4A.
This was fascinating.
Yeah,
It is.
I think it's,
I think it's cool.
It's a really cool
Yeah.
idea. Entertain a motion for agenda item 4A.
Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve agenda item 4A with conditions.
All the conditions listed.
All the conditions listed
In the staff report.
in the staff report, 1 through 6.
All right.
I'll second.
Motion and that thing. I was calling last
Second,
month.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All in favor of approving agenda item 4A, raise your right hand. Item passed unanimously. Approval of the minutes.
I wasn't here.
I wasn't here.
Want to talk about it, Chris, holler at me.
I think I might stop by sometime, Gary. All right, thank you.
Anybody can make a
Approval,
motion.
approval, yeah, anybody can make a motion.
I move to approve the agenda or the
The
minutes
minutes.
from last meeting.
No, are they in order or?
Hey, now.
I move to approve the minutes from the previous meeting.
There's a motion. Is there a second? Becky makes a second. All in favor of approval of the minutes, raise your right hand. And you can vote even though you aren't here.
Oh, you can't vote even though we're here. I read
Yeah.
it. They looked good.
All opposed, all abstaining. Okay.
Here to be different.
Aaron's gonna abstain
Here to
just.
be different.
Just big time. Big fan.
Other business, staff report.
Not really, actually, I don't have anything. As you can see, Gail's not here this time. Daniel and I.
Go fast.
Our next meeting is July 16th. 2 items of rezoning and, especially for a bed and breakfast,
Where at?
north of Weston,
Ooh.
Oh, yay.
Where, northwest?
H Highway, 21950. H Highway, the Lewis's.
20070. It's on H.
Yeah, that's right before you get to King Road. They own like 300 acres right there.
Before you get to King.
Yeah,
Oh, so
On
it's
the right
around,
side,
it's on the west side of the road.
on the west side of the road?
that's like, sound like Jamie Lewis.
Oh,
Lewis is the name. At least
Jamie Lewis.
Jeff and James. Yeah, James.
Jeff and
That's not
James.
James.
They bought the old cross farm. That's a big farm.
Yeah,
And that's right across the road from where the people we just, last
Yes.
month
yes.
approved.
Yes.
What did we approve? Oh, that little lot. Yeah.
would it be?
Right next to Tim Hill's house, they have
Okay.
7 acres or something.
7 acres,
Okay.
yeah. Yep. But,
Okay.
other than that, I got nothing else.
Where are we standing on the self-storage? It's all passed and good, and have they started?
Hallelujah.
They have,
There's no
they've inquired about obtaining their permit.
The building permit? Okay.
So,
Selling the property.
Oh, my goodness.
I have to call you.
Are you serious after all this?
I fell out of my chair. But, yep.
Well, Sandy, she was not in good health because we actually tabled that for a couple months, didn't we?
She's okay now.
Is that
Okay.
Because we're not, it isn't that good.
Yeah.
But she, I think they are.
Isn't that bizarre, though?
Okay. So even if they do sell it, somebody else can put
Like,
yeah.
they could have been trying
I'll
to.
say it.
Right. And so somebody else could buy it and
Eventually, you may know.
so
Yeah.
if somebody else buys it and a special use permit is already there, can they like revoke it and go change the zoning on it?
You have to go all the way back through the process again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if they just went to rezone from, what is that, highway commercial back to RE?
If it's rezoned, then it's null and void.
Okay.
So it's,
They can file a special, some different special use for different use, or they can
Right.
build what's approved.
Right.
Special use.
yeah, she's required about getting the permit started, so.
All right.
Well, we dealt with that for a lot of years.
2017, 7 years.
Yeah.
And what,
Didn't
5?
seem that long.
No, it
We've
doesn't.
done, you guys had probably what, 4 or 5 hearings, we had at least 7 or 8. Including the BZA.
That's the one that, when Diana knew it was gonna be controversial, she didn't show up that night.
I've never had another member.
I had COVID.
All right. Entertain an adjournment.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Motion,
Second.
second, all in favor adjournment. Meeting adjourned.
What is that for?
Pretty sure.